Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids.co.uk and this is my unboxing and initial review of the Canon Legria HF200 HD camcorder. This is one of the new models from Canon, and it records directly onto flash memory. There's also an HF20, which is slightly more expensive. The only difference between the two models is that the HF20 has internal memory built into the unit, and the HF200 that we're looking at here works from SD card only. There's no internal memory. So inside the box we've got a European warranty. We've also got a pack with some software in. We've got information on Image Mixer 3 SE, which is included on one of those discs. We've also got a user manual, and that's actually in printed form rather than on a CD, which is nice to see. And we've got a quick start guide. And into the main box itself, we have a UK power cord, 3-pin UK plug. We also have a power adapter which will plug into the camcorder itself. We have a USB cable, AV cables for getting your image from your camcorder onto your TV. This is a stereo left and right RCA connector and a composite video. This is the little battery. This is a BP809. From this battery you get an 850 milliamp hour rating on there, and that'll get you about 90 odd minutes of use on the camcorder. There are other versions of battery that you can get for the HF200 which will increase the recording time. European plug for that power adapter. Attenuator for to stop interference whilst charging. What else have we got in here? This is a little lanyard strap. Slimline battery for the remote control. Little remote control itself for controlling the camcorder, which is really nice to get. And we've also got an HD cable which uses a proprietary connector to go to the camcorder and splits out into component video, again for getting that content onto your HD screen. The camcorder itself. Very compact unit, as you can see. Let's take a closer look at the Canon HF200. So let's take a closer look at the Canon Legria HF200. Now the top of the unit here sports a rocker switch for controlling the zoom lens. Just below this is a photo button which will take 2.76 megapixel still images. These still images are in 4:3 mode, so it won't take widescreen or panoramic view photos. Underneath this cover here is a mini advanced accessory shoe, and this will allow you to add things like video lights or external microphones. The power off button on the side here is also alongside an LED light which shows whether the camera is on, off or charging. Worth noting that the battery supplied and the charger does not operate outside of the camera, so you can't charge a spare battery with what you get supplied in the box. The battery has to be in the camcorder itself, and you charge by plugging the DC adapter into a socket underneath this cover here, which I'll show you shortly. Moving round onto this side, we've got a nice hand grip which is very comfortable to use. There's also a rotating switch here which changes the mode of the camera. At the moment it's in dual mode, so it can take moving or still images. In this mode here, it will only take moving images or round to camera mode. Round to the back of the unit, and we have the space for the battery, and also a button here for starting and stopping recording. Underneath this cover here, we have an output for the proprietary connection, which goes to the component video lead that's supplied with the camera, and also an input for an external microphone, which is a really nice feature. Underneath this bottom cover here, we have the input for the DC power adapter. Putting the camera onto the unit itself is very easy. It's just a simple matter of slotting it into the back and pushing upwards to locate the battery into the unit. Let's move round to the screen. Now this screen is a 2.7 inch widescreen. It's really clear, and I'll show you that in a second. It's not touch sensitive, which I think is a plus point because it stops you getting fingerprints all over your screen. There's a rocker switch here for up, down, left and right navigation, and it also pushes in and acts as an enter button. There's a function button underneath, which I'll show you later on, and a row of buttons along the bottom here for starting and stopping recording or playback, for operating the zoom or again navigating your playlists, and for switching between recording and playback mode. Hidden underneath the screen is a video snap button for taking still frames from your video footage, and also a display button and battery info button, which works with the screen to give you feedback on various camera settings. There's an AV out socket here, which can either be used for headphones or for that composite video lead for getting pictures onto a standard definition TV. Underneath this flap here is the slot for the SD card. It's just a simple matter of slotting your card in there and closing the flap. Very nice flap, it's not wobbly or anything, nice fit to all of the covers on this camera in fact. And also worth noting that this camera works with either class 4 or class 6 SDHC cards. Around the front we have the lens. Now I've put 37mm UV filter on the front there just to protect the lens. This is a 15x optical zoom lens. Very nice optics on the camera, and I think you'll be more than happy with them. Now before we switch the camera on, I'll just show you the base of the camera. We have the lock switch here for the battery, and then very simply a tripod mount, which again essential for video work. This video review is sponsored by ProPorter.com, who design and manufacture a whole host of accessories for your mobile devices, including PDAs and smartphones, MP3 players and iPods, laptops, GPS devices and gaming units.